Welcome back to the Podcast. A lot going on right now. Sure you all know.
You hear me?
Huh?
You hear me? No problem.
Yeah.
You hear me? No problem.
Huh?
Okay, 'cause I gotta connect it to the Bluetooth. I gotta connect it to the Bluetooth. I want to make sure if I should take it off or not.
Yeah, it's always better off. I can hear you, but it's better off.
Give me a second. 1 second. I got you. Good to go.
Yeah, that's way better. Way better.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm here.
welcome welcome back to the Podcast Live. I'm This is Cam, and we're here to talk about World War III. So what you think about the Iran situation, man? You think this is it or what?
No, what I think I have a different approach to this, right? So basically, more or less, you gotta look at it like this, right? Trump was baited into doing something. Now, yes, it needed to be done anyway, but the problem is that who's pushing him to do it and how he was pushed to do it is a problem. Also, was it necessary to go right now and do this? He could have waited till next summer and let the economy bounce back first. Let get the people to back him more, get more support, and then do something like this. Whereas like, well, look, I did this before, and this is all. Everything else was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys can trust me because look at my resume. Problem is that's not what happened. Now it's because he's being obviously manipulated by not even just foreign, but let's say he's being manipulated by nefarious actors who have their own agenda and who have their own what would you say their own reasons for doing what's going on. And at the end of the day too, we're not too sure what really happened with him in Iran as far as the negotiations are concerned. And here's something that people are not going to talk about. Sources say, my sources say, Iran in the negotiations said they had 11 nuclear weapons and you can't do nothing about it. Straight like that. We are not getting rid of our program. We already have 11 bombs and we're not getting rid of it. That's what the word was that I got trickled down.
Really? So Buddy was basically putting out threats.
That's why Trump went in because Israel pushed so hard. Like, whoa, look, they got 11 of them already. You're going to wait till they get more? And what happened was that we already know Israel has a bomb. We already know Saudi Arabia has a bomb. You don't believe me? Don't believe me. We already know they have a bomb. The problem is that they're not able to make as many bombs as fast as Iran was making the bomb or enriching the uranium. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Iran was enriching uranium faster than initially either supported or known about or whatever the case may be. Iran was doing it faster than they wanted them to be doing it. Saying enriching the uranium that that's why they kept saying, "Oh, if they have a bomb, then how are you gonna you're just gonna blow up their factory and that's that." No, what he did was he blew up. Yeah, what the hell is that in your background?
Some asshole got to turn on his fucking leaf blower right now. There's no leaves anywhere around.
Oh, you outside? Okay, you outside. Yeah, that was like, what the hell was that? Anyway, so yeah, so I believe that's what I believe is going on. What I believe is going on is that well, that's not true. Okay, what's not true exactly?
Oh, I thought you was answering him before. That was when you said what's it called? That Iran said that they had all these bombs and you can't do shit about it. And that's when he said that. And then you were like, if you don't believe me, don't believe me. I thought you was responding to him.
No, but if you don't believe me, you guys can go try to do your research and try to figure it out. I don't know if it's released yet. Iran stated to them in the negotiations, we already have weapons and we're not getting rid of it. And not only are we not getting rid of it, we're going to continue to enrich uranium. Shout out to
Yeah,
Trader Joe. This shit right here is addictive. I highly recommend you not buy this. You'll benefit in one day. Trader Joe's.
organic green tea and lemon, all that. That actually, yeah, that does look good.
Bro, this shit right here.
We're not sponsored by Trader Joe's, but we're open. Holla at us if you want
How
to.
does we will show and eat your products live.
We won't
They,
sell our soul, but we'll sell your lemonade.
yeah. Good
What
evening,
up,
gentlemen.
Wendy?
Ken. What the hell? Good
That's
evening there.
Wendy. That's
Yeah.
Can't Touch This Wendy. She from the Netherlands.
Oh, that's old girl. Okay, hey, what's up, girl? What's
Mhm.
going on with you? Freezing up there, huh? How's the weather? I know if they've been cold as hell, boy.
Oh
Woo!
man,
Type of cold. So
brutal.
yeah, so what I believe is that twofold. Yes, the information is somewhat correct as far as they were a threat, they were imminent. It was gonna happen eventually, of course. Now, whether or not we needed to go in now, I do not feel that was necessary. I do not feel that we need to do what we are doing now. What exactly are we doing? Just there is no take out their nuclear capabilities or take out this capability, that capability, and think that the next person that comes up is not going to want to continue on doing what they were doing. The knowledge is still there. They already have the paperwork is there. It's like having a textbook and somebody's telling you, "Oh, you built something? Okay, let me destroy what you built, even though you have the textbook still." Okay,
Uh-huh.
so whatever. Great. I got money. I got time. I got energy. It's all right. I just wait. I'll wait till you're done doing what you're doing. I'll build it again. What's the
Hi,
difference?
Jocelyn Sosa.
So that's the only thing
Exactly.
that I don't understand about this whole conflict or this whole campaign that they're doing is
See
what's the
the
end
way
game?
I'm looking at it right now. The way I'm looking at it right now. I'm with you 100% that Buddy got guided and kind of manipulated into doing this shit. And I feel like it's the reason that he went for it is because he saw what kind of success there was taking out Maduro. And he thought this was going to be some quick, easy shit. It was going to be two back to back, three cheers to Trump. And
Exactly.
now it's like, now you got your own base looking at you funny. You got the Democrats thinking that the base finally agrees with them, and that's not the case at all. You know what I'm saying? We mad over something completely different. The
We
Democrats
mad
over here talking
over.
about "I told you so" to a whole bunch of people that still don't agree with them. Bollywood song, what's up, Bollywood song?
I would never agree with them at all because I live in New York, so I see what their policies do. It's
No,
not
but
like
you know what I'm saying, though. But not on an overall shit, but they're just saying in general, like, so they think they've always been like Orange Man bad. So
no,
now the part of his base that is questioning him, the Democrats like, see, we've been telling you the whole time. No, 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 no. It's different.
correct. Not only is this different, but you have to understand that you see, he has been doing nothing but exactly what he said he was going to do until Epstein and now. And Epstein, I don't feel was his fault. I feel again he was being something that was not correct or was correct but wasn't as serious as they say it was. Oh, your name is in the documents. Yeah, but it exonerates you. Put it all out there. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, I know the dude. I'm rich. He's rich. I know anybody that's rich. You have any sort of money, I know you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I used to come at it. So what? Yeah, I was there. It's like other people
Mhm.
were there. They did nothing wrong. Now, in the documents themselves, it tells you who was doing wrong shit.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, now, either way, even if you can't necessarily identify who's who or what's what, just because you associated with somebody doesn't mean that you're that. I know people who do all type of nefarious activities. I know people who are straight up squares. I know people who are whores. I mean, like they're nasty whores. Like I don't like. I'm like, ugh. You know what I'm saying, but they're my friend. But whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I know like guys that go in there. You that person, they're just nasty. But
Mhm.
you can't let these type of things derail you from having a social interaction with people or having a social engagement with people. You understand? So
Mhm.
yes, he was with Epstein or he knows Epstein because they lived in the same area. They lived in the same
And
neighborhood as Rich.
think about it like this too, right? Think about when it comes to something positive. See, people always like to tear other people down and love to live negative, but when it comes to something positive, like if one person is really good at something, nobody just assumes that everybody that hangs around them is just as good at it as they are. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thinks because you're friends with LeBron that you automatically means that you good at basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if it's a bad guy, then automatically all his friends are bad guys too.
She said she's in the Netherlands, 68 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not bad. Shit, you're better than over here. What the fuck?
That's that
Yeah,
global
yeah.
warming.
I'm smoking some Sunset Sherbet right here. I don't know what Doug is smoking on. I'm smoking some Jungle
Sunset.
Boys, some Sherbet.
This
What you
this
smoking on, Doug?
this is remember, as for YouTube community guidelines, this is trans tobacco. It identifies as tobacco, therefore it is real tobacco, even though it was not assigned a tobacco at harvest.
I'm smoking marijuana that identifies as a beef.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Really?
that'll get us banned from live streaming.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So
this is
that's
a
why I
prop.
said, and that's trans tobacco. It identifies as tobacco. It wasn't assigned tobacco at harvest, but it identifies as tobacco.
You out of control. The Israeli lobby is a problem. The pharmaceutical lobby is a problem. The automobile lobby is a problem, and these people with their lobbies are not. I wouldn't say controlling America because America obviously has a vested interest in it. But if you say something that's really more like say 80% benefits you and 60% benefits us, we might get involved.
You
We
know
have
those
enough,
numbers don't add up, right?
huh?
You
No,
know
no,
those
no, no.
numbers.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying together. I'm saying in your scenario, 80% of this actually only benefits you, 20% benefits other people, and then in my scenario, 60% benefits me, 40% benefits other people. You know what I'm saying? So how I'm weighing that as well, 60% I'm involved, 40% is I could do this. That's what the United States is doing, and Israel. You know what I'm saying? Because Israel is not the only lobby. The Chinese lobby. I don't know why people keep thinking about China is not a threat or something. Oh, Israel is Israel that. Yeah, but we're doing this because we're fighting China. We're in a cold war with China that's really hot because we have our proxies, which is other countries fighting each other. And then at the same time now, you know what I'm saying? You have to understand that we're in an economic war already. We've been in an economic war with China since Obama, not since Trump. Since Obama, we've been in an economic war with China.
Yeah,
Let that sink in for you for a second,
China's a
people.
problem. People don't know, but China's
China.
a big problem.
Now, Russia is not really kind of involved because Russia has a lot of Orthodox Jews. So Russia is and if you didn't know, back in the days in the Cold War, Russia was actually supporting Israel. People don't know that. That's why we're so close with Israel because Russia was so close with Israel. So we took Israel kinda away from Russia. That's what's really going on, or what really happened.
Hmm.
What really happened was that Israel. That's how Israel got their weapons, or not their weapons, but got their technology as far as the nuclear technology was first. Russia was trying to give that to them, and then when the United States found out in the '60s, they blocked that and they gave it to them anyway, or they gave them the necessary tools they needed to make the bomb and to go as far as they wanted to go. They said we could barely hear you. You could barely hear me.
That's crazy because I can hear you. Wendy, you talking about me or Cam? Who you can't hear? And is anybody else having a problem hearing?
Yeah, right.
Because I don't know, I can hear you just fine.
But yeah, that is exactly where we're at with it. You know what I'm saying? As far as you're saying that
Can.
Israel got power, or okay, so she can't hear me. Okay, so maybe I'm
No,
talking too
no,
low.
no, no. No. She thought I said Ken when I said me or Cam. She thought she said she called you Ken.
Oh, it's all good.
I mean Ken.
So at the end of the day, though, you know what I'm saying? That's what our problem is. Our problem is that Russia, we're still fighting the Cold War, but now we're fighting a new Cold War with China. No, let's rewind that. We're still fighting the Cold War, just China's now added into it. So now it's a three-way fight with two people that kind of fuck with each other but don't fuck with each other. Because Russia and China kind of don't they have a weird relationship because there's backdoor channels with everything. So
Let
and
me
when the
let me ask
backdoor
y'all. Let me ask y'all. When did China turn communist?
from the beginning of their creation, they were communists. That's Mao. That's the 70s.
The
60s was
'70s.
the
Oh,
communist revolution.
yeah,
What do you call it?
yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Late
China was around for a lot longer than since the '70s. Now, so that's what I'm
50s.
saying. So before the fall of the Soviet Union was China. I don't remember. Was China and Russia more allies than they are now?
Yeah, I'm telling you, China. The Soviet Union fell in '91.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So before that,
China,
I can't remember.
China.
Were they
How do you
close?
China got? What do you think the SK is? The SK is a Chinese version of the AK that Russia
Or
gave
the
them,
China the
and they
Chinese make it.
engineered it. That's what the SK is. The SK is an AK, just the Chinese version. That's all. So now, so now, a lot of Chinese weapons that you see are Russian weapons that they re-engineered. Now they re-engineered it because two things. Like I said, it's been a struggle between Russia and the United States to wheel over China because China has so many people. China was nothing until the 90s,
Hmm.
maybe even thousands, really, because they were a third world country. Now they're only
Hmm.
because now only reason why they're built up is because the globalists are pumping money into China on purpose, and because they allow China with the slave factories to make so much money with the slave factories and to take intellectual property of people or intellectual property. She said I'm far him. Intellectual property of businesses. You know what I'm saying? So you have a factory. I send my design over there. You mass manufacture it, but then you also take it. So there is no bootleg. That's the real Nike designs. Those are the real Louis Vuitton designs. And then even like what was it? Fuck Adidas. Adidas was bootlegging their own thing. You remember that? No, it was
Nah,
Gucci. It was Gucci. It was Gucci. I'm sorry, not Adidas.
that
It was
yeah,
Gucci. Gucci was bootlegging their own product.
that
Remember that? That's from the movie itself. That shows you.
and
And
it's
Gucci's
funny
not
because Gucci, even their real shit looks bootleg. Like now, the shit they be having, they just be making some ugly ass fucking like the ugliest clothes they could possibly make.
there's a history behind everything. So let's go. All correlates into what's going on with Iran because it's geopolitical politics. All right. So now
What
what
up,
we're
Alyssa?
looking at right now is basically you're saying you're seeing. Damn, I lost my train of thought real quick. China. All right. So
You talking about the are you probably gonna go into the CIA operation and turn everything ugly to get people fucking while we're talking about the Gucci got all the ugly ass clothes like
oh, there you go. Gucci. Gucci's family does not the Gucci family does not own Gucci anymore. Gucci is owned by private by it's publicly owned company now. That's why their designs are not the same. See, their designs are the way they were because it was actually a real person named Gucci and his brother, or the Gucci was the last name, but there was two brothers,
mm-hmm.
and then the one brother went off and did his own thing. I forgot what the fuck that was called again, man. Ah, man, and he was the one that was bootlegging it. He was the one that was actually bootlegging Gucci by itself, and that's why they separated. And he made him do his own thing. And he's like, "Yo, what are you doing? You're gonna let them bootleg our shit and not make any money? You might as well bootleg it ourselves. It's the same. At least you control everything now." And his brother didn't want. His brother wanted to stay high end. Anyway, after his brother died, that's when Gucci became a private company, a public company because his brother, because of the feud. You know what I'm saying? It's Gucci and another one. I think not Adidas. It's a different. It's a major brand though. I forgot. Anyway, this all correlates into China and what they were doing back then with their manufacturing and their factories and the
I
slave
know
labor.
Adidas and Puma or something like that where the two
Puma, right?
brothers split up.
No. Gucci and something else, man. It was the Gucci family,
Yeah,
and then there
but
was
I'm
another.
saying it was all Adidas though. But the reason you probably thinking of Adidas because Adidas and Puma did the same shit. They was two brothers that were feuding on each other.
No, but that one is a nasty story though. The brother took the brother's wife or some shit like that. Nasty work.
Word.
Yeah, nasty work, and that's why they separated. Yeah, nasty work. Word. Some crazy shit. But
See,
anyway, so
Wendy just said it too.
uh,
Wendy just said it too. Wendy
okay,
said
yeah,
that's the
yeah. So, but it was also Gucci as well though. Gucci also was two brothers, and then it went on to. It was like really the whole family. Look at the movie. Watch the movie with the one that man, Lady Gaga, which actually did a good job in that movie. She did a good job. I don't know. I don't really fuck with her, but she did a good job in that movie. And she looked kind of high. I don't know. They got her ass in shape. Her ass looked like it was jiggling a little bit. Something. She had a little something back there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. She wears fucking animal meat on her. You know what I'm saying? As a dress. That's some weird shit. I can't comprehend the. I mean, I understand that you want to ask something, but you had literal steaks hanging off your fucking dress going to an award show. Like you weird. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. You're weird. It's okay. You're cool being weird. Just weird. That's all. You know what I mean? I'm not weird in that manner. I'm weird maybe, but not in that manner. That's a different type of weird. So now, the geopolitical events that happened during the 60s, 70s, and 80s is what we're fighting right now. We're still fighting those wars. We're actually really fighting a biblical slash whole world domination event. That's what's going on in Iran right now. A biblical slash economic slash world domination event. The United States and Trump, or Trump running the United States, decided to do what I was telling you about before. People swear I'm crazy, but hemispheric domination. And what's going to happen is this: it's going to be three world powers. There's going to be three hemispheres. They're trying to basically mimic the Bible, if that makes sense to you guys. China's going to have
yo.
their hemisphere,
I heard
Russia's going
something
to have their
about that
hemisphere,
too.
and the United States is going to have their hemisphere. And each other is not going to dibble and dabble in each other's hemisphere. That's what Trump is solidifying right now. He's putting his foot down and saying, we control this hemisphere, and we're going to stop you from doing something over there and controlling the Middle Eastern hemisphere, which is going to become Israel. Israel is going to control the Middle Eastern hemisphere. And what's going to happen is Russia is going to control the Northern hemisphere. And that's why Russia keeps trying to push into Europe, because they try to tell them, like, listen, we're supposed to be controlling you. And then China is going to control the Asian hemisphere, even though it's not a hemisphere. But that's just how they're going to categorize it. And Africa is going to be up for grabs. And that's why they're fighting for Africa right now, for influence in Africa. You see, the United States, you'll never hear about, does the same thing that China does and Russia does, except Russia just doesn't do it as much. Russia only does it to countries that's on its border. China is now doing international influence. Jamaica, the Caribbean, Africa. So China's now pushing its weight around, right? And or Russia as well, because Russia's in Africa as well, and Russia is sending Africans to Ukraine to fight. It's a fact. It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? There's African soldiers in Ukraine fighting Ukrainians for Russia.
Yeah, I
That's a
heard
fact.
about that shit.
Yep, nasty work too. How they was doing the guys, nasty work. Anyway, it's a whole different story. But that's what's going on right now in Iran. Is it's a direct result of geopolitical world domination, biblical, uh, 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 uh I guess you say like mimicking biblical scholarship. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to basically mimic exactly what they see in the Bible. They want to. They're trying to have the Book of Revelations happen in real time. They're trying to like here we go. Manifest destiny. That's the word I'm looking for. The terminology. It's a manifest destiny. They're trying to manifest our destiny on purpose. Like if you keep saying something, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. Then all of a sudden it rains. That's a manifest. You're manifesting something. They're trying to literally or physically and literally and reality wise manipulate and manifest destiny, the return or the Book of Revelations.
I heard a
That's
preacher, some preacher, like some corrupt preacher, but some preacher
right and wrong.
talking about that shit.
That's what's
He was saying, he was saying, we gotta force God to attack Magog or whatever. I'm like, yo, buddy is wailing right now.
Now, it's not even just that though. You gotta understand that the elites of the world, right? The elites of our world believe that there's a demonic, or not demonic, I'm sorry, interdimensional energy or interdimensional God that's speaking to them and telling them to do these things. That's why they have to tell us what they're gonna do before they do it in order to get the energy involved. See, people don't understand. See, people will say spiritual, but I'm gonna call it energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's call this energy. It's an energy system. The World Wide Web is an energy system. We all log into this right here and we put our minds in. The phone is scanning our brains and it's sucking energy from us and pushing it out into the World Wide Web because every person that has an IP address is sitting there. Just imagine this is what's going on, but understand what I'm trying to explain to you without getting too deep into it. Just sit there and just listen. The phone is sucking energy from us, then it's projecting it out worldwide, World Wide Web. So now the web or different devices are sucking the energy in different regions of the world. And they're able to now, let's say, take that energy, a CERN type of project. You understand?
CERN is creepy.
Now, when you get to that level, now understand that when you ever see a picture of the world and you have like little dots here and there, and then you have energy dots that go around the World Wide Web, how they show. Imagine that's real. You just can't see it because it's a Tesla type of an event that's going on. What I mean by Tesla, I mean Nikolai Tesla when he's saying how he was taking energy from the Earth itself. Imagine we are receivers, we are transmitters and receivers. I'm sorry, we're transmitters and receivers, right? So now, if we're transmitters and receivers, that means we still transmit energy and we can receive. So right now, we're receiving it because the phone itself or the device, which is the phone, is projecting the energy to us and we're receiving it. But now, me speaking is me projecting energy and projecting our vibration, which is our heart, our connection to the rest of nature. Now, with this being said, now imagine you can suck this pause, you can suck this energy out of everybody and out of nature itself and reuse it or reconstitute it into a different manner and push it onto whatever device or structure that you want it to be to power up. You get me now? That's what's happening in a spiritual level as a reality level because there's interdimensional energies that they're trying to help whatever they're doing with whatever they're helping them with or why they're helping them. I don't know. I mean, I could debate about it. We could go into that rabbit hole, but that's a whole other rabbit hole. But let's just stick to the topic. So they're trying to use this energy in order to do one of definitely 5 different things. I'm gonna just go over 2. Definite change the weather. They definitely are changing the weather, and they're changing the weather for who knows what reasons. Now, multiple different countries can change the weather as well. Let's just get that together. And let's also understand that this is a technology. It's not like something that's not known about. HARP. And that's just, we have 2 different HARPs, one in Puerto Rico, one in Alaska, but there's others. The UAE has one, Russia has one, China has one, Europe has one, it's in Spain. There's others. There's one in Africa, South Africa has their own. There's others. So you're using energy to manipulate the weather, which is the weather itself is energy in itself. So the earth runs off of energy. So now you can suck, manipulate, and then
Yeah.
reconstitute to do what you want to do. You get what I'm saying? And then now you can shoot it in a beam, which is a laser. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're doing. They're shooting it into the air. They're charging the other energy, which is actual metals, and they're making it rain because now the metals are heavy. And what happens to precipitation that's in the air already gets drawn to the electrical charge. You see how science is real and science back adjust. So
Yeah, check
anything
the
you
chat real quick. Check the chat. Wendy be trying to highlight shit real quick. She's saying, starting from, to be honest, I don't like China control system. Europe is trying to copy that control
all
system.
right. Now I'm gonna agree to disagree. This is the globalist control system, and most of the globalists come from Europe. Most. but they're worldwide. They're African. They're Chinese. They're Russian. They're United States. They're South American. They're from everywhere. Indian. The globalists are just people who are globally involved. That's what globalism is, or yeah, globalism. Yeah, basically. So now that's a system that was set up by the Illuminati globalists, right? That China was just the model. So China's not really in control. China's being told to do this and do that in this manner. And here's this technology, and here's how you do this, because the globalists already have all this information. They have a wealth of knowledge. That's their wealth. The globalist wealth is knowledge, and the knowledge to do this control system is what they gave to China. And China is the is was the example. They were the test subject. And then what happened was China double crossed the globalists, and now China's on their own because China made enough money now where they could just say we don't care. You understand? Same thing with Russia. Why? That's why they don't have no central bank in these two countries. Same thing with Iran, because they have natural resources. When you have natural resources, you don't need to use other people's money. You just need to get the natural resource out of the earth. Damn, maybe you should just be that. That doesn't sound like it's very good for you.
Yeah, I need some water.
Yeah, I keep telling you, I don't understand how you do something and don't have nothing to do. Like,
I don't have no water left. I gotta go
how
get some.
partake in one thing that you know the cause and effect of, and don't have something to counteract that cause and effect.
All right, so let's end the stream so I can go walk to the store and get some water. Right? That makes sense.
Yeah, but then I gotta go. You already know I gotta go.
Yeah, so that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna do
Oh
it
yeah.
out. It's gonna be a man.
So anyway, that's just my assessment on it. My assessment is that what's going on is the same old globalist thing. Is that Trump ended up getting involved and getting himself into it because what happened is that one, he's being manipulated. Two, he sees a win for the country some way, shape, or form. I don't know how he sees it, but that's got to be what he's looking at. Because there's no way that he would do this unless he is compromised. And to be compromised, that means that we might as well go on all out global revolution, and let's throw all governments then, because then that means there's no hope at all whatsoever. Because if they got this guy, then it's over. Literally, then it's over. He is the only person besides the guy in, was that Peru? I think it is, or the other guy that no Argentina. And then the one dude that was in Brazil, you see what they did with him, right? They arrested his ass.
Yeah, man. Especially the United States. Like, if
Look at
they
the
could
Ukraine
get
guy.
when
No,
they
not the
get
Ukraine
the
guy, the guy, Kazakhstan. They shot him.
they get turned the United States though. That's really the most important one. You know, that's
Kennedy,
what's.
fucking Kennedy, Reagan, the Trump. I mean, you see the people who they try to assassinate and what those people are trying to do,
Mhm,
and then you
exactly.
and what's really going on in the world.
Mhm. Yeah, that's the crazy thing because the more of them that there are, the more you can make the link. You know.
No, the more the time goes on, the more links there are to gather and find, and it's easier to do research.
No,
Once
but
they
I'm talking about that. But the more people
once
they take out, the more you can see what they got in common with each other. It's easier
yeah,
now when
Klaus
there's more
Schwab. Yeah, Klaus
subjects.
Schwab is definitely he's not in he's not there. Well, no, Klaus Schwab is not there anymore. I think it's short. They changed it. He's not the head of that anymore, Klaus Schwab. But yeah, he's a problem. Is Klaus Schwab, George Soros. These guys are all in the same boat, the same category, the same shit they're doing. The guy who runs the fucking the Who, the black dude with the glasses, he's another piece of shit.
Mm.
These guys are all in the same boat. Fauci, they're all at a higher level. They're read in and told what's going to happen and what position they're going to be in. When they want to collapse. Don't look at the type of shows that they're putting out even on TV. Like all these shows are showing you a collapse of the world and a survivalist thing where people go on the ground and then they come back. There's like
I'm stuck.
five
I'm
shows
stuck
out.
on the elites topsoil.
Huh?
That's my new name for the elites topsoil because they're a bunch of dirt bags.
I like that topsoil. So yeah, so now I'm saying, so now you gotta. Yeah, he's retired indeed. No, they're not retired, but they're there, but they're not figureheads. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what's going to happen is either Trump is wrong that we can force our hand on what we want in the world. Period. Even if it's right or wrong, doesn't matter. Then we're okay because then we can fight off or we can limit what they want to do to their regions. Now, if it doesn't happen like that and Trump is compromised, then you might as well just go into Terminator and understand that we're going to be living in fucking the Matrix very soon. Well, not very soon because we're already living in the Matrix, but I'm talking about like actually physically going into the Matrix. Actually, like definitely, we're going to be like literally entombed somewhere where you can't go nowhere in your house, and then it's going to be doing exactly what I just said, sucking all your electricity, all your energy out,
They already
and
got the brain chips.
you'll be stuck in your house, going nowhere. You'll be in a 15-minute city. You won't be able to travel anywhere. There won't be no cars. There won't be no. You'll be living in a 200 square foot home, which is basically a closet, and it'll be like the city will be one big building, and that'll be the whole city. And there will be no traveling anywhere. You gotta walk where you gotta walk. If you as far as you can walk, this is where you go. That's what they want, so they can control, and that you don't know what's going on in the other places, in the other
That's the
areas.
first step, though. That's the first step. Those brain chips they got are gonna be just like the Matrix, where you don't even gotta leave your house. You just
They fuck
your
around, give
brain
you a
is
headache.
locked into the machine.
You do some illegal shit, they give you a headache.
Nah, but I'm talking about you be locked into the machine. You just be in the virtual, just like in the Matrix. How you in the how they in those pods? It'll be just like that.
The meta,
What do
the
you mean?
goggles, the
No,
meta world.
I'm talking about once they put those brain chips into people. You know, then they
I'm saying,
have that. Then
you
they,
gotta have actual artificial world. They're gonna have you plugged in, and you're gonna go there instead. Like your
yeah, that's
mind
what
will
I'm
be.
saying.
You're gonna
That's
take.
what I'm
I know.
saying. Yeah,
I'm
but
playing
not
with you.
not on
That's
no goggles though. I believe they're gonna plug right into your fucking brain into the machine.
I'm just saying like that.
Hmm.
I'm saying the example's already there. They already have it.
Oh,
They just got to
fact.
do it. Next step is what you're
Hmm.
talking about. That's the next step.
Hmm.
Yeah. They already got it. They already have it set up. This is what I'm trying to explain to everybody. This shit is already there. The system is there already because they put it in play. This is what people like Alex Jones were trying to tell you 10, 20 years ago. Was that they're setting the system up. Now the system is in place. 2020 is what they said. That was what they said. Go to the Club of Rome. Just read the fucking white papers. Council on Foreign Relations, they fucking had this shit on TV. You can watch their fucking meetings. Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg, they tell you when they're meeting. They don't tell you, and then after when they're meeting, you can see what goes on in the market and the news, and you can understand what they were talking about. You know when they're meeting. You don't know what they're meeting about, but you understand? It's ways of finding out and figuring out what's going. This is why people day trade, because every day something's happening, because there's a plan. So every day something else is being executed within the plan, and then people are trading on that worldwide. The Strait of Hormuz is locked down. Okay, well, why we went into Venezuela? Okay, just gotta wait for a little while. Everything will be okay. It'll be bounced back out because they have their other resources. They have other places, and they have a lot of ways of one place doesn't have everything. You can grow and take any sort of energy source or any sort of plant from anywhere and grow it anywhere now. We're at a level where human beings can live in any sort of environment in any place in the world. Period. So your area of the world is not important anymore because now we can geoengineer and figure out how to get every plant and every vital herb that's in your area and then grow it in our area with a greenhouse or underground. So now your area is not important now. You know what's important?
You froze for a second. You froze for a second. Two things. What?
Weapons and the will to fight. That's the only thing that's important anymore. And we are the United States. We have the most weapons. So we have to project our force. You understand? And that's what they're doing right now. Right or wrong, that is what's going on. Just so you know what's going on. Now, at the end of the day now, I don't agree with the war in Iran at all, whatsoever. Unless they allow anybody to sign up. I will sign up and go. That's crazy. There's something wrong with me. I don't give a fuck. I'm just with that. Raise the age, Trump. Let me sign up and go over there. I missed Iraq. I was supposed to be in Iraq. I missed that. I'm going to fucking Iran. Fuck that.
Raise the
Moscow and
age.
Beijing. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. We have backdoors with the Russians anyway. The Russians ain't. We're not even really beefing with the Russians. It's like a bullshit game. China, though, we are at war with China. China's a problem. They are a problem because if they could double cross the globalists, imagine what they do to us. And look what they're doing inside of their own country anyway. And they're trying to do that everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
All right, she said, Wendy said, what do you think of the Bilderberg Club, the Rockefeller Club of Rome, the Bilderberg Club, and the WEF have a huge finger in the pie? Pause.
Well, yeah, that's what I was talking about. The Bilderberg, the Club of Rome has a magazine. You can subscribe to their magazine and they'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Now, Bilderberg Group, that is the top of the top of the top. That is it. The people above Bilderberg, there are Bilderberg. The people above Bilderberg might not be human beings. What you call regular. Those are like some different type of like. For me to even get into that conversation is way too deep and it's way too conspiratorial and people think I'm crazy. I'm not even going to talk about that. There's higher level than the Bilderberg, right? Yeah, we're not going to get into reptilians and things of that nature right now. That's not the conversation for that right now.
Steve Quayle shit.
But we will tell you this, huh?
Man,
Steve Quayle, yeah, Steve Quayle shit. We're not gonna get to that level yet because I don't think you guys are ready for that to understand about the Nephilim and Limera and Atlantis and the other islands that were mega islands. That's what they're doing now. Is what was going on then. It's three fucking different it was three different major groups 10,000 years ago or 50,000 years ago. And that's what they're trying to emulate again, is those same major groups. Atlantis, there was one in the Pacific Ocean, there's another one in the Indian Ocean. Three major islands. And those islands and island chains were controlling everything else. And then what happened was those were advanced, though, very advanced civilizations. And those were here before us. And as you can see, each of those islands went under. So now the thing is, when again is there going to be another tragic event worldwide, a global catastrophe? The Ice Age is what happened to them, or not the Ice Age. I'm sorry. The Younger Dryas is what happened to them. Now, the Younger Dryas could have happened either from one of two things: a comet impact, or could have been
How
a
you
war.
spell that?
And
How you spell it? Younger what?
Younger Dryas. Dryas.
How you spell that?
Dryas.
Dryas. Okay, I want to look that up. I never heard of that before. I heard you mention it before, but
You ever heard of Randall Carson?
who?
Randall Carson.
No.
Randall Carson and there's a few other ones too. I'm trying to get this guy's name. Fuck. Let me look it up. Fuck is this dude's name? He's on the History Channel too. He got a whole show on the History Channel now. That's crazy because they never would put nothing like that on the History Channel until now. But yeah, Randall Carson and look at the to get into that right now. The Prince Bernhard and the Bilderberg group just now. That event or what those guys are talking about is what human history that they're hiding from us from. And what happened is that after that event happened, which is the icebergs in America and Europe melting, right? There was a vast flood. That's the whole flood story. But they're not telling you the other ins and outs of it. So now the survivors of the flood, which was Noah and some of his tribe, you know what I'm saying? They brought on the stories. Now, what happened was during the late 1800s, early 1900s, people started finding out these stories because there were secret societies and secret groups and clubs like the Illuminati, and a lot of them in Egypt that knew this knowledge. The Freemasons. So now what happened is that during that time, if you look at during those times, even the Nazis were looking for the wonder weapon. Why? Because they were reading
I
these
know,
texts,
dog.
and they were going to India, they were going to Egypt, and they were India, Egypt, and South America. Why? Because that's where the three islands were. America. I mean America. I mean Mexico, Texas, Florida, that region, and up to North Carolina has a very vast old history there. And even when you look at the Gulf of America, that is not natural. That's actually a shelf, a 300-foot shelf of 300. Imagine 300 feet of water goes worldwide. Imagine the ocean 300 feet worldwide. And that's why you have cities off of the coast of Cuba, Jamaica underwater. That's why you have off the Bahamas stones, a stone walkway that goes to nowhere because they don't know there's nothing else that's there. Because 300 feet of water came rushing down and it washed everything up. So these places weren't the way they were. You understand? The earth changed a little bit. And that's why you see where our lines our earth looks like today. The now, as far as what these people are trying to do, they know this knowledge. The Bilderberg group, especially, which is what she's talking about, they're the top of the top. Then under that has everything else. A religious faction. And the religious factions get very deep into different type of things. I don't want to get there. But there's different type of religious factions from Egypt to Iraq and Iran to Russia to China, all these different factions. But religious. I mean like these people like the monks almost. They're like they really believe in what they believe in. But they're old. 3,000-4,000 because they've heard the oral traditions of what happened during that time frame. That's the human history that we don't know about. That's what's going on. And they are taking that knowledge and those weapons. Is aliens do exist because you can go to different planets and find bacteria and stuff of that nature. But what we're dealing with is an advanced civilization that was on Earth that may or may not still be on Earth, but has ancient ruins, and that's what they're finding in their technology. So now that's what you're seeing is happening is that there's a worldwide fight, just like there was happening during World War II, with these technologies and with political events, is because that's we have weapons that because they already telling you we already, and other countries are finding it too. When it's really an advanced civilization that was already on Earth. So we're finding things that was already on Earth and re-engineering it. And yes, there are things from other outer space, but we're finding things from here. That's where most of these things are happening. Is that a lot of technologies or this new technology that we're finding is really old technology. And the problem is that they're fighting a fight that if they told the people what was really going on, the people might be for it or might be against it, and they can't.
Hell yeah.
Years. Grab. If America controls everything,
Mhm.
histories, we want to at least be in power and have the most structure and power and weapons worldwide before they either make it all go to shit. Because there's one or two things. There's elites that just want to blow the whole world up and then stay in their bunker and wait for everything the clouds to clear and then come back out and then take over again.
Yeah. Hold on. They saying you're frozen. Um, is he back? You're
Did I,
back. They didn't hear you. You were frozen.
when did I freeze?
I don't know because I was hearing you.
Mm, damn. Because usually when you're frozen, I mean, like they know you're frozen too. All right. So let me get. All right. So basically, put it like this. Let me just summarize it all. What's going on in Iran is Trump's power grab, so that in case the elites do blow up the whole world, which they're planning on doing anyway, at least America owns and has enough of everything, and at least we're the most technologically advanced, so we could maybe change the minds of people and make people want to just stay like how we're doing right now and not blow the whole fucking world up. He's trying to convince the elites that this way of living is better than blowing the whole world up again and starting from scratch. Because that's what they want to do, because they're being exposed for what there is, what it is. It's basically the whole economic money scheme worldwide, the whole economic what do you call it? Whole worldwide economics is really a fraud. It's a Ponzi scheme. Everybody owes everybody, and the money is not backed by anything. It's all digital. It's all paper fiat money. It's a scheme, and that's what's being revealed. Is that is very weak as far as paper money is concerned, and the governments are very weak. The governments don't have what they say they have. Look how strong Iran claimed they were. Iran is also look at all the stuff they're doing to Iran already, and Iran hasn't sent no planes nowhere. If you were so strong, you'd have been sending planes to Israel and bombing.
Mhm.
Over. No, I came up to you and I got you right here. I stabbed you in your fucking chest, nigga. Huh? All that. Just to be vile and to get,
Yeah,
you
facts
know what I'm
though.
saying, of understanding. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's where you project power. Our planes are there, our boats are there. Matter of fact, we have 3 carriers there. First off, no other country in the world even has 3 carriers to move into one region. That's another flex he just did. We got 3 carrier groups. The carrier group got like 8 boats with it. Refueler, destroyer, cruiser, submarine goes with it. They got the supply ship, they got the tanker, and then the carrier. That's seven boats.
Mhm.
So 7 boats are in a carrier strike group. You understand? With like 80 planes on the carrier. We have 3 of them there. 3 of them. No other country in the world can afford to do shit like that. We afford to do that. Don't even affect us. What's affecting us is them closing the Strait of Hormuz, or the threat of them closing the Strait of Hormuz and the oil not coming out. That's what's affecting us economically right now. Us sending our troops, they don't affect us. We don't even think about it. It don't affect nothing.
Mhm.
That's what people are scared of worldwide. That America can do some shit like this and really doesn't economically affect us. We can send our troops somewhere for 5.
Really, those troops are on payroll anyway. It's just a matter of whether they're here or over there. But regardless, they getting paid.
Now, now the iller problem is that see, if they were smart, they would directly allow people to benefit. The oil prices should go down then, or some other stuff should go down. Like we need to, like all this stuff that they've been doing is a fraud. They're trying to say that we're liberating people, right? But the people in the know benefit financially.
Mhm.
That's the everyday person needs to benefit financially for doing something. For you guys moving the military somewhere, we have to benefit financially. There has to be a dividends that sends back to us, some sort of tariff that's sent back to us, and then everybody who files for taxes, they should get a stipend check.
Yeah, everybody when they're born, they should be given shares of Halliburton.
Well, that too. I think that we should set up. Trump already has that now with them Trump accounts. You know what I'm saying? That kind of does that. It sets up an account that we can at least. But what they should do is that any like the military and certain companies that's American companies, they should automatically have to siphon out money into those accounts for every newborn. It should be a tariff.
Mm-hmm.
You, within the next 5 years, every newborn person that's born in America should get a stipend from every company, whether it's 1%, 2%. It doesn't matter. But like, let's say you as a company, you sponsor, let's say, 1,000 babies, and you give them all 1,000 each into their account. You get what I'm saying? Something like that.
Yeah, because here's the thing, right? A highly unpopular opinion, but no company should make a crazy profit off of the government milking tax money. I feel like companies
Hold on, explain.
realistically
explain
to get
You gotta stop. You gotta explain that to them because
yeah,
I don't think they understand what you mean. He's talking about government contracts. Go on.
yeah,
People don't
government
understand.
contracts, right? I feel like if you're gonna get a government contract, if you're gonna be supplying the government with something, you should be doing it at cost. And your only benefit should be the publicity that you get from that deal. You know, now other people in the country are gonna want to support you because you're supplying the government with what it needs at cost, so our tax dollars don't have to get raised up. So we're forever grateful to this company, and we provide them with our loyalty as long as their product stays good. That should be the only benefit to a government contract, in my
The
opinion.
government. I understand what you're saying. The government shouldn't be a business or people shouldn't be able to run a business just supplying the government
Exactly.
unless it's military. But it still shouldn't be like that. You
Mhm.
shouldn't be just making weapons. You shouldn't just be like even. I mean, I understand like even construction companies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you're a construction company and you're contracted to the military. Nah, because then that's do that. So I've seen people I know got government contracts, and I ain't gonna hold the government pays. They pay, and they pay more than anybody else.
That's what I'm
And,
saying. They should be paying the same as anybody else at most. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when or doing it like how you just talking about now, if they're gonna give the contracts to the little guys, you know, that's fine. I don't mind that shit. You know what I'm saying? But when big companies, like big, huge, major companies, are sitting there becoming huge, major companies by milking the government, and we're paying for that shit.
yeah, we should be bailing out your company, and then you got government contracts.
Word.
GM.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then like, and then they're paying four
What's
or five times what anybody else would have to pay for the same shit. It's like insurance, right? If you have insurance, they're gonna charge your insurance company like 10,000 for something that if you don't have insurance, they give it to you for like 500. By the way,
and
it's
that's another
after
thing
five
too.
too,
And
so
then
you know.
insurance, huh? You know, I already got. I know. I'm about to hear in 5 minutes. That's the thing too. Those insurance is a scam because you're paying for something in case something happens, and they don't rebate you back at the end of the year when nothing happens.
Uh-huh. Or even if it's not
They
the
should
end of
give
the
you back
year, at least after like at the very least,
your contract.
like an apartment when you get your security deposit back. Like if you ever leave that company and go to another company, you should get most of your money back.
Half your money back. You should get half your money back. 50%. 50%. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. But that will make the companies now have to reorganize how they spend their money. Now that money that you have has to actually be there.
Mm-hmm. So think about it, the banks
Because
don't
these
even have your money. You think
together.
the companies do?
Yeah, these companies work together too. Don't get it twisted neither. On the back end channels, you're paying and the companies just switch, swap. There's nothing to them. Oh, we owe you this month. Okay, we pay you next month. They wait for the money to come and then hit them with the money. Because in the real world, there's net 30, net 90, net 120. Everything is not nothing is get paid of COD.
Mm.
The people that's where the public gets confused that they think that things are COD, things that don't get paid COD in the real world. That's why the governments do what they're doing. And that's why international globalists do what they do as well, because an event may happen and it doesn't affect you for a few days, a few weeks, or even a couple months because it's they didn't get paid yet. So now when you see things happening, always know follow the money. These protesters follow the money. Who protesters are coming from different places, and all are the same protests from different places though. Same protest, they're pushing different location, same people. How they at the same protest in different locations, different cities? Don't they work? Don't they have something to do? Yeah, they're working right there. Their
Yeah.
protest is their work. Media matters. Let's just look. That's just one, but there's a lot of them. What was that blue? What's that blue? What's this thing? The Democratic shit blue.
Think blue.
Think blue, act blue. There you go, act blue.
Act blue.
So and that's George Soros and that's Obama and that's I mean these people. Come on, the Republicans have it too, but you don't see the Republicans out there protesting anymore. They used to protest the abortion clinics. That was the most the Republicans did. They protested their abortion clinics, and they have kind of a good point with the abortion thing. It is
And
what it
then
is.
the left wing group started bombing the abortion clinics and blaming it on the Republicans, so they would stop protesting.
That's the communist way.
Huh?
That is the communist
Uh
way and
huh.
the socialist way. That's what the Nazis and that's what the fucking communists in China did.
Uh-huh.
Even the Russians as well. That is their tactic. That's been their tactic. The British as well, though. Don't get it twisted. The British has their own thing called and they had what the fuck the Great Game. Look that up, folks. People think I'm nuts. Oh, this guy's crazy. He smokes marijuana. The Great Game. Look up the Great Game. I read books. Look up the Great Game. That's it. And that's the whole summary of this all. This is a game that's been being played, and this is the game at an advanced 2.0, 3.0. And I'm saying it was 2.0 before with Obama and them because they have their shit too. Don't get it twisted. And Trump as well. Don't get it twisted. Just watch out for false flags and watch out for this war doing one of two things: either ending very fast and then Trump gets too what do you call it going somewhere else, or it drags out long and we have another
Pause.
Iraq, and that's to be a problem. That'll be a problem because now if it becomes another Iraq, who's gonna fight it? You see the people that's out. You see these young guys now. They're gonna have to raise the age, and they're gonna have to enforce the draft. These young guys here, you see, they come on. These guys don't even have pants that's baggy enough for them to put things in the pocket.
Bro, they're gonna have to draft old people because the young people too soft. It's like the reason they don't draft you after 25 is because you washed up by then. But now it's like shit.
I mean, you're not washed up. It's not that you washed up. It's that you have things
No, but
going
I'm
on in
just saying.
life. They
Yeah,
don't want to get
yeah. But I mean, but still,
no.
like also, you know what I mean? You're not
No,
in the
what do you
back in the
mean?
day, no, back in the day, motherfuckers were in peak
Bro,
condition between 18 and 24 though. Not anymore.
no, yeah, but you gotta understand though, they can whip you back into shape. They're the military. They have all type of different techniques to get you from where you at right now to look better than an 18-year-old because you're stronger and you're older and you think better. Now, that's why the Marines only go up to 27 because they want you to be young and dumb and just follow orders. Now the special forces are
Makes sense.
there's a reason for this. Those because you're at the peak. Actually stronger than an 18-year-old. That's what they call old man strength. That's what they used to tell. Yo, watch out for old dudes. Because old dudes will put you down. Yeah, because they're older and their bones are stronger.
Mhm.
Their bones are not as. It's just that you got to take care of your body. You take care of your body at this age of 40. In the 40s, you're there. That's where you have the most knowledge. You just got to be sharp and you have to keep your body going. You have to hit the gym. You have to eat right. You have to eat your vegetables, eat fruits, eat steaks or not steaks, but eat straight, pause meat. You know what I'm saying? Don't eat anything that's preserved or processed or anything that's not fresh. Everything you eat has to be fresh. You
Mhm.
get what I'm saying? That's where, and you have to watch out with the technology as well. Like, don't always use your speakerphone. Don't keep the phone to your head. I I have an Apple Watch. I fall for it too, but it's a little bit, it's thing. Then again, it does track monitor your health as well. So it's a give and take. You're getting radiation, but I get to see exactly what my heart looking like. I can tell what's going on. Oh shit, I need to stand up. Let me move around. Oh shit, what time it is?
Mm-hmm.
You still need that to some extent, but you have to balance yourself out. And that's the problem. The problem, to summarize this whole thing, is this balancing enough? Is this balancing us out, or is it not? Right now, Trump is hoping that this balances the world out by taking out Iran and taking out the problem or the threat, which is there was a problem. The thing is, what happens next is the question mark. That's all. That's the summary for me. How do you want to summarize it?
I mean, my whole thing is, I hope I get proven wrong, but I really don't like the optics to this. I don't like how it looks. It looks like they went in there for regime change, and you can't do that without Congress, act of Congress. So it's like, as of now, not feeling.
I mean, if you see, that's not necessarily true neither. It never was a actual. The law doesn't state it has to be regime change as far as he as a president you can act. What happens afterwards is the cause and effect. It's just you could act. You just have to show that you had a reason to act. He brought them in. He showed them something because the Democrats wasn't. They were complaining, but they wasn't too crazy about it. You didn't see them saying nothing too crazy. And for me, I'm like, so then what the fuck did he tell them? Because why are you not telling the public what you told them?
And
Because they
that's
must
and
have known it.
that's what and that's the
They love
saving
it if they
grace
know.
to it, though. That's why I'm not, I'm saying I'm hoping I get proven wrong, because there's enough information that's still not public that can definitely satisfy, everything that's bothering me.
Well, you seen the supersonic missiles, hypersonic missile?
Hmm.
Okay,
What the
so if you put
Satan,
a
the Satan
nuclear
missile,
warhead,
Satan 2, or whatever the hell it's called?
no, 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 no. The hypersonic missiles that they had, they shoot hypersonic missiles, a regular missile. The
All right.
Satan II is a nuclear missile that Russia has. That's their best nuclear missile. It holds 40 warheads inside. It's a 200 kiloton. The Satan II. That's a very big problem. Russia though, not selling that to nobody. Now, what Russia did sell, or China, they believe China is what it is. China sold them the hypersonic missiles that Russia sold them, or that they stole China steals everything. So the hypersonic missiles, you've seen them shoot it at Israel, right? You see it dodge and still hit. Now, that's just a show to show, listen, obviously we have more of these, and obviously it can go through your defenses. Now, yes, everything else that you have is beating the Russian and Chinese technology. But look at this technology. What you're seeing right here, folks, is what would have inevitably have happened anyway. It's just that they decided to strike first. Now, the reasons of why they struck first is because they knew it was inevitably it was going to happen regardless. Now, you see the technology. The technology is showing you that if it happened, it'd be a problem because they have this particular technology. The question is now, how many of these missiles do they have, and did they put nuclear tips on them yet? Did they try to? And if they do that, that's a problem. And that's what Russia was showing you in Ukraine. And that's what now Iran is showing you, like, look, we got those too. So now that means North Korea has them, China has them. I mean, whoever you want to talk about can get them. So that means Venezuela was next. I'm selling you all this oil, and you got nothing to give me. I need technology. I need weapons. Well, guess what will be next? The hypersonic missile, right there.
Hmm.
Now, guess where it hits? It hits Florida. It hits Texas. Because from Venezuela, you can hit Florida and Texas with a hypersonic missile. You understand my logic here? You see what's really
Yeah.
going on? I just didn't want to get that deep because I don't want to just be pushing Trump, Trump, Trump. But this is what I already assessed. You know what I'm saying? And I've looked at other people. A lot of people I've watched this. They're very anti this, that, and third. But then now, if you're not looking at the real big spectrum of it all, this is somebody with a top secret clearance level, and There's more, of course, top secret than him, but I'm just saying the level of secrecy that he's found, or not found, but the level of knowledge that he's given as a president, there's other elements involved in this that we're not taking into play.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have the access to that knowledge. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm saying there has to be a real reason why he did that. I don't want to hear that just Israel did it. Yes, Israel's a problem. Yes, the lobby is doing a lot. But I'm not going to run with just, oh, yeah, Israel said they're going to strike Israel. No. I think that they were going to sell them fucking hypersonic missiles to Venezuela. Or they're going to put them there in Venezuela. Because that strike they had in Venezuela, there were Chinese guys there. The
Yeah, I remember
Chinese
that.
are right now. Not just there. No, Chinese troops were in Venezuela manning those machines. It wasn't just the Venezuelan troops. There was
Mm-hmm.
Chinese troops as well, because it's a technology that the Venezuelans don't know about. So the Venezuelans, yeah, they're running security, but the Chinese guys are actually operating the weapons, just like what in Ukraine. It's the same thing. It's the United States that's operating the weapons, and the Ukrainians are running security. You understand this now? That's why Russia was so mad at Biden. That's why the Biden's like, we're not talking to Russia. That's why you seen when Trump came in, automatically they started talking to Russia right away, because this is because if you kill an American now, it's going to be a different scenario, and that's what's going on in Venezuela. That's why they didn't kill anybody there. If you notice, they said, yeah, they killed the security they killed. They didn't kill the guys that was operating those machinery though. No, what happened was there was a weapon that made them incapacitated. Why did
Mm-hmm.
they do that? Why wouldn't they just kill them? And bullets are much cheaper. You can send ships. I mean, ships. You can send a plane and bomb them much cheaper. Why
Yeah,
didn't he just
facts.
take out Maduro? Because there was different elements to this shit. One, Maduro was selling, as we had on the other episodes, it was because Maduro knows the Epstein files. Maduro knows other things that's going on with the
The
Chinese
minions.
and what's region. So this is what's happening right now, folks. Now, right or wrong, I'm not gonna say. I'm just analyzing what's going on and telling you what I see, and telling you that there's other podcasters, there's the news, they're saying this, that. No, this is what's actually happening. There's more to the shit than what we're looking at. There's more to it than just, oh, you just started another war. No, there's more to it. Them hypersonic missiles are a problem. With a nuclear tip on it, that's a major problem. Now, if you're not understanding what Putin was telling you, he's telling you the hypersonic missile is nothing. We're gonna shoot it into the water and make it blow up and cause a tsunami. Fuck the missile. We know you can't do nothing about the missile. But now, what are you gonna do about our techniques? Now we have different techniques. Like the U.S. The U.S. have different techniques. They have satellites that can shoot beam weapons. They have the kinetic weapons where they could drop the pole down as well, right? And then they also have the F-18s where they put the electronic cyber thing on there. Now that's old technology. We've been knew about this. 10 years ago, we knew that they put the thing on the F-18s. The F-18s are old platform. Now the F-22 Raptor, the F-35 even, look, they shot down one. Because look, they didn't, obviously, like I was telling you, they didn't give Israeli the top one. So these are all elements that's so much different details that are involved in these type of topics that you can't just go off of, oh, he went into Iran.
That's true.
It's more than that. It's more than that. It's everything we just talked about.
Nah, trust
All
me,
of
I
that.
get it. That's why I said I'm waiting around for more info. Because in his first presidency, there was a bunch of times where I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I did not like the decision he made. And then when more information came to light, I was like, "Oh, all right, now that makes a lot of sense."
Yeah, so that's just how I
Mhm.
summarize.
No doubt. All right, people, thank you for joining us. It's been another episode of the Unk Podcast. We got a real fire episode posted up last Sunday. If you didn't see it already, check it out. Got another one going up tomorrow. Appreciate you for joining us. Catch you next time. Later on, peoples.